As we all know, Spain have lost the Nations League final against Portugal. Fair and square, congratulations to Portugal. But that's not what this video is about, right? This is not the sole reason of the video. This video is going to be about Lamine Yamal, a 17-year-old superstar who's right now the best player in the world for me, who's got so many haters. It's about the reactions of the fans. It's about, like, I call them virgins, I call them lowlifes, I call them just useless people, just sending him hate, ignoring the fact that he's 17-year-old. He is a kid. You need to understand that he is going to make some decisions where you'd question he has not fully matured yet mentally. Maybe his game, his football is probably mature, but not his mind. And I'm just thinking to myself, I was going through Twitter, obviously I'm always active on social media. They're hating on a little kid. They're hating on the fact that he's so confident. Most of the time his interviews get mistranslated, making him look bad in front of the public, in front of the social media users. Obviously these pages are just pathetic and shameless, just misquoting him, and then people just fall for it instead of just watching the interview. Somebody honest, biased, somebody, a good person, will translate it perfectly, and it's there. Lamine Yamal page, at least they quote it properly, and making it look like he's the villain, which he's not. He's a 17-year-old kid who's very, very confident in himself, in his team, in his ability, and he backs it up almost all the time. And they confuse that with arrogance. He's not arrogant. Let's just get that clear. He's not arrogant. He's just very, very clear, very, very direct, blunt, maybe cocky at times, but he's never arrogant. You want to talk about arrogance? Ronaldo is arrogant. We've seen it from his interviews. So why are you praising Ronaldo's arrogance, and then when it comes to Lamine Yamal, you're looking down upon him? You're creating narratives. You're making him look like he's a bad guy, bad kid. Why? Why is that the case? And social media is having fun. And let me tell you the reason why he gets so much hate. Because he's so good at what he does. They have to hate him. When you're elite at something, you're going to receive hate. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, they all hated them. Look at how many Messi haters there are. One bad game, and they're already at him. You got locked up, you got this. That's fine. You're allowed to have a bad game. And even in this game, I don't think Yamal even tried his best. He just looked very passive. I don't think he went fully at it. It looked like every 1v1 battle, he didn't want to engage. He just went back. He just played it normal. He didn't try, in my opinion. He wasn't fully on it. I don't know what happened with him during that night, but his mind wasn't there. That's not just an excuse. I have made a reasonable judgment. I've come to a conclusion after watching that match. This is my conclusion. This is not just an excuse. I don't think he was on it that night. He didn't try. And people say Mendes locked him up. Do you know how hard it is to go past 4 or 5 players who are trying to mark you, always double marked, triple marked? Of course it's going to be easy for the defender to lock him up. Fair play to Nuno Mendes. He had a great game. Yamal didn't have a good game. I can concede to that. I'm a Barca fan. I'll concede to it. But one bad game doesn't mean that his whole season, his performances that he had throughout the whole season, it just gets derailed, just gets diminished, just gets destroyed. No, it doesn't. Firstly, I don't rate the Nations League final anyways. For me, it's just UEFA trying to make money. For me, it has no value, it has no history. And players, of course, will take it seriously because they are getting paid at the end of the day. At the end of the day, there is a trophy to play for. It's like a community shield to me. I don't rate it, and I will never rate it anymore. We do not need the Nations League. We have the Euros and we have the World Cup. That's it. It's the same European teams competing in the Euros. And Euros has more value, it has more history. People are saying Nations League is better than the Copa America. You're having a laugh. Since the 90s, Copa America has been there. It has history. It has a value, culture. You're telling me that BS that just started in 2018-19 is better than Copa America? You're having a laugh. But continuing with this Lamine Yamal here, I'll show you guys something. And I despise this guy a lot, not as a person, but in his takes. And he calls Yamal an arrogant prick. Let's just get this first one clear. Firstly, this guy has a clear agenda against Yamal because he's Algerian and Yamal is Moroccan, right? Yamal is Moroccan, so obviously they went through some political stuff. So naturally, he's gonna hate on Yamal. Secondly, he's a grown man. He's about mid 20s. Yamal is 17 years old. That itself tells you what kind of a human being he is. I just feel like he's an idiot. Secondly, why is Lamine Yamal laughing during the national anthem? It's because he saw his dad in the stands and he smiled. So why are you spreading bullshit on your social media page where you got 30k followers? Why? This is the same guy that made a video called "Why I Hate Lamine Dogmal," calling him Dogmal. All because he's Moroccan. That's literally, it's deep rooted hate within this fella, and I think he has a problem. And one day I will address these issues with him. I will address it, and I'll make sure I swipe him clean with what he says, and comfortably intellectually destroy this bastard. In my opinion, he's a pathetic individual. And you know what? I hope Yamal wins the Ballon d'Or, so this arrogant cunt can cry. I'll be so happy seeing this guy's tears and be humbled. I hate fans like this. I hate rats like that. Pathetic little weasels. Hating on a 17-year-old kid, by the way. He's 17. You know, he's not 20, 21, 22. He's 17. And you spread all of this shit hate to your silly little followers who will continue doing so because you're just a pathetic little human being. And all this hate Yamal is getting just because he's a superstar, just because he's him. Yamal is just the best player in the world, and this is what it comes with. Now suddenly the Nations League has value just because Ronaldo won it? So what about when Spain won it? What about when France won it? Why did no one talk about it? But when it comes to Ronaldo, everybody wants to start worshipping this Nations League. Everybody wants to start praising him. Oh, he's got 3 major trophies. That's not a major trophy. Euros is a major trophy. Copa America, AFCON, World Cup, those are major trophies. A Nations League is not a major trophy. And you know what? Lamine Yamal is going to prove his haters wrong again and again and again. You will see next season. You will see. And hopefully you guys get destroyed, you little rats. Until next time, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, make sure you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. Until next time, guys. Peace.